my hands one of the most iconic and important pieces of pop culture history. One of the coolest, most significant books to ever come through my shop. I just got chills because of the history and the importance of what I'm holding right here. What a great hobby. What a great career. I'm talking about Detective Comics number 33. And I'll put up on the screen a better image of this. The Origin of Batman from 1939, prior to the Golden Age. The fourth Batman cover, The Origin of Batman, only 6 issues after the iconic first appearance of one of the most important pop culture figures in history, Batman from Detective Comics 27. And this is his origin. This book is so incredibly rare. There's only 65 total unrestored copies on the CGC census and 107 total copies overall on the CGC census. This is a CBCS copy, but there's definitely drastically less copies of this on the CBCS census. So we're talking about, less than 100 unrestored copies in existence. And what I want to do is read this page, all right? And just show this page and read these panels, and you'll see just why this is so important. So it says Batman by Bob Kane, eerie figure of the night, nemesis of crime. This is the Batman. The Batman wars against the dirigible of doom. All right, so a dirigible of doom. This is 1939, folks. We got dirigibles, and I had to look it up. I'm like, what is a dirigible? A dirigible is like a blimp. I mean, we're in 1939. Dirigibles are in full effect, and he's warring against the dirigible of doom. But right here on this splash page is the most important part. The legend says the Batman and how he came to be. Some 15 years ago, Thomas Wayne, his wife, and son were walking home from a movie. What is this? A stick-up, buddy. I'll take that necklace you're wearing, lady. Leave her alone, you. Oh. And then it says, you asked for it. Thomas, you've killed him. Help. Please, help. This'll shut you up. And then he kills Batman's mom as well. I mean, what an origin. What a shocking 3 panels, right? Batman's parents get killed and murdered in cold blood, and it begins the legacy of one of the most important characters and this defining moment in his life. Now, we've seen this exact scene here played out so many times in pop culture movies. We've seen it over and over and over again depicted on the screen. I'm going to see if Marcus can find a clip of that and insert it here so we can enjoy it.
Take it and go.
I said you were.
So that's just one clip of how many times this has been shown on the screen, and you can see why it's so iconic, why this book is so important. Now, let me explain how this book came to be and why I got it and how I'm holding it. So I bought this book on Heritage Auctions for $9,000. That was the price with the buyer's premium, was $9,000. And what happened is a customer reached out to me, and I've done business with him before where he's a major Detective Comics fan, and he's trying to collect a run of these early Detective Comics Comics issues, and they're incredibly difficult to find. In the past, one of the early detectives that he was looking for came up for auction at Heritage, and he contacted me and said, hey, I gotta have this book. Is there any way you can buy it for me, and I'll trade you from my collection whatever I need to trade you to make it, worth your while. So essentially, I bought his collection at 60% of fair market value and used that money to buy the book that he wanted at auction. And it totally worked in the last one. And in the last one, a lot of times with these early detective comics, there's going to be pages missing. They're going to be incomplete because they're just so incredibly rare to get a complete unrestored copy. But it worked very well for the last one. I know this guy. I trust him. I've done business with him. So when this one came up, he said, "This is it. This is Detective 33." Like and we've looked at other copies in the past that have come up, and they were asking too much money. It just didn't work out. And so this was like the opportunity. He said, whatever it takes, I got to have this book. And I said, okay, so what is your max bid? And he said $9,000 was his max bid. So I placed a bid 20% less than that because Heritage adds 20% to your bid. So I placed whatever bid it was to where plus the 20%, it came out to $9,000. And that is the exact amount that we won this book for, was $9,000 with the buyer's premium. If it would have went $1 more, we wouldn't have got this book. And at first, I thought, man, are you sure? Are you sure you want to pay $9,000 for a coverless copy, a CBCS? Like this, that seems like a lot of money. And, now that I have it and now that I've held it, I totally get it. I totally get it. He was able to part with books from his collection that he could live without, books that are replaceable, books that, are common for this incredibly rare piece of history. So I totally understand the high price tag. And when you look at sales of this, 0.5 incomplete copies in recent years are selling for no less than $10,000 for a 0.5 incomplete CGC. So, $9,000 is right in there with the value. I remember there was a copy of this that came up, I believe it was like a 6.0, and I bid $80,000 on it, and I did not win it. And $80,000 would have been the steal price for this book in high grade, like a 6.0 complete unrestored. I'm actually kind of glad that's a lot of money, but that would have been like a steal price because I think a 6.5 went for $288,000. I mean, we're talking about big money with this book. So I'm jealous now that this collector gets to own this and gets to add this to the collection. I'm jealous of his run. I mean, I can only imagine what it's like to have, these early detective comic issues in any grade. So congratulations to the collector on this. And if this is something that interests you, reach out to me. Maybe we can make something happen. If you see that rare book and you think, man, maybe I can consolidate 50 books from my collection or whatever it is to get that one truly rare thing, reach out to me. We'll see if we can make something happen. Of course, the best course of action would be, to establish a selling platform yourself, sell the books yourself. You'll get more bang for your buck that way. But sometimes something comes up where you don't have time to liquidate 50 or 100 slabs and all of the shipping and packet, or you just don't want to be bothered with that. I'm honored, and I think it's a really cool service to be able to just, reach out to me and send them all to me in one fell swoop. I mean, it makes it just a lot easier. It doesn't work for everyone, but for a lot of people, it sounds like a really good deal, and it's working really well. And I'm honored to be a part of people's collecting journey to make stuff like this happen. It's really awesome. So thank you to the collector for doing this. Don't forget, we always do a giveaway here on the YouTube channel. If you subscribe, comment, and like, you're entered to win a free slab each and every month. We also have a giveaway over at BryceComics.com if you sign up for the newsletter over there. You can also use code COLLECT10 at BryceComics.com for 10% off all in-stock items. Constantly getting new inventory, new collections. You'll get first access if you sign up for that newsletter. Follow me over on Whatnot for $1 starts on some awesome slabs. We're having a ton of fun over on Whatnot. There's a link down in the description for $15 towards your first purchase. And lastly, follow me on Instagram for trades for grails and other fresh content over there on Instagram. I hope you guys enjoyed looking at one of the rarest comics, one of the most iconic, one of the most important comics in comic book history. I mean, it's up there, right? It's definitely not the most important, but it's up there. And I hope you enjoyed getting to see it in its true original form. And thank you as always for sticking with me to the end of the video. We'll catch you in the next one. Bye.